We're tracking a
Oh, I'm
priority
sorry.
target.
This is day 7. And unfortunately, we never did get another piece of intel, so even though we could get battle honors from finishing this mission, we don't have enough intel. So pretty much that only leaves us this mission. Objective Warm Sky. Another mission in the Upper East Side. Enemy forces need clearing out. Enemy forces are 12 blackheads and their minions. So relatively simple layout. Let's see. We sent in Arrakis, so we're gonna put in megas. We're trying to keep the rotation going, but we're gonna move in pairs.
Use the boss. Here we go.
There we go. Actually, I could take 6 guys on this. Do we just go overwhelming force, chat?
Here we go. Use the boss.
Overwhelming force. I feel like that's not fair.
Here we go.
I feel like that's not fair. But BLM is in fact healed. Let's see. Where are you in here? Yeah, you're all healed up. Postal Trout still got a few more days. Again, he got incapacitated. Let me see. I think we'll give you the shotgun. Actually, we got 4 stars. We could potentially buy a new gun. Not enough for the Saiga, though. Maybe go with the Scorpion? Going with some SMGs? Or, potentially, we could buy some upgrades for the weapons that we already have. We could grab an RPK instead. How about this? Since most of our people are using an AK-74, let's see about putting something on here. So as you can see, down here, it's hard to show you, but down in the bottom right in this area, it shows you how it affects, how each attachment affects the weapon. So just based on what we're seeing here, I'm thinking one of these reflex sights would be really good in CQB because it improves your close range accuracy, and it also increases your aim, or decreases the aim speed. Makes your aim speed higher. So basically you're going to be getting on target faster, and you're going to be more accurate on taking those targets. These are all 1x reflex sights though. I wish we had like a 1x 4x. Cuz the Americans get the like the combo sights, which is much better. I mean, we got to go with the Cobra, right? Technically, the AS is statistically better, but only by a little bit. But we gotta do the Cobra sight, right? That's the meme. Go for the 3x. Well, the problem with the 3x, you're talking about the PO. The problem with the 3.5 is it's not as useful in close range. But we could do that, just to improve range or accuracy at range a little better. But I think we have to go with the Cobra sight first. For the memes. For the memes. Alright, who else did we put in? We put in Megas. So we'll get the sight on him. The sight on there. And we could potentially... Oh, never mind, I forgot. The 74 doesn't have any additional ammo. Let's see. We got 2 more points. That's not enough to buy a new sidearm. I was thinking maybe we give everybody an APS, so you guys have all got a machine pistol. Crappy wants the AKM. Let's see. Where are you in here? Tell you what, we got 2 points. That's not enough for a rifle. I was gonna say, we could give you the Mosin. And we can even put a PU scope on it. give you a scoped sniper carbine in close quarters. We can also do the SKS, but you don't have any attachments for the SKS. It's just an SKS. Isn't Crappy supposed to have a scoped shotgun? Look, don't tempt me. There's no scope for the shotgun, though. Let me see. You want an AKM? We've already got the Cobra unlocked for it, so I'm good with that. Alright, chat. Here we go. Here we go, chat.
Let's get back into it!
Oh, did I forget? I think I forgot to give my guys breaching charges. I was in such a hurry after the loadout, I forgot to give everybody breaching charges. Alright, we're gonna have to do this one the hard way. We're gonna have to do this one the hard way, chat.
Use the boss.
Give it the feet of steel.
Not here.
Man, they're making this easy. Alright, go ahead and move up, buddy, and then I'm gonna have you put a flash into this room if we can.
Getting the bombs ready.
And now that we've done that, while everybody's stunned, try to get through here and get an angle. There we go. Outstanding. We got a decent angle on that guy. What else we got? Yeah, you love to see it. You love to see it. I wish we had some explosives, but to be fair, even if I had brought explosives on this one, it wouldn't do us a whole lot of good because we can't go through this wall, and these stairs are impassable, so we wouldn't be able to go through this way either. Old steel pot helmets. Yeah, I probably should have upgraded your stuff. I keep forgetting to upgrade your stuff. That's okay, though. That's okay. We'll get it taken care of. So let me see. Let's just frag the room.
We'll frag 'em to Zog!
So once we get in there, I want you looking here. I want you following in. And when you get here, I want you focused there as well. And because we've already got a lot of people coming from that direction, let's just go ahead and preemptively get that frag in there and take out anybody we can. That'll also give us some time to cross this doorway.
We's gonna blow them up!
Okay. Go ahead and cross the door. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where'd my music go? God damn it. Fucking YouTube. Are you still listening? Yes, I'm still listening. Asshole. Okay, we got nothing. Outstanding. So we're going to continue to hold that angle. And now, chat, this is the moment. Are you ready? This is the moment. I promised you the kicking of doors. And we are about to kick the shit out of a door. Okay, we kicked a door. There was nobody in here, though. That's kind of disappointing. That's kind of disappointing. The important thing is the door knows who's boss now. Correct. Don't be letting those doors get uppity. You know what? Let's just do
Getting
this.
the bombs ready.
All right. Next thing's next. Never mind. I'm gonna have to use megas to get a flash in this door.
Getting the bombs ready.
And then I want you going straight in here to watch that corner. You're coming in next, and I want you to hold that door. Outstanding. Let's get you in here. We're gonna cover that door. Megas, I want you facing that direction, and then I'll get you up here. Alright, there we go, there we go. We're making some progress. No, I don't actually want to do that. I clicked one too many times. Let's put this frag right here. That's going to open up both doors for us.
We'll frag 'em to Zog!
We got one guy in the bathroom. gonna put a flash in that
Hold on to the
bathroom
pin.
just to be
Throw
safe.
the other part.
And then we're gonna move. No, I want right here. I want you watching that door. There we go. Oh, that's an SSI guy. That's one of their elite people. Reload. Yeah, King Panzer needs to reload. I'm gonna have to have him hold that just long enough. We're gonna put a flash in that room.
Here we
We're gonna have King Panzer reload, and then we'll move up then, because he hasn't really gotten any action.
Throw the other part.
And then we're gonna do this.
Getting the bombs ready.
And get in there and finish the job.
Good job.
There we
Mission
go.
complete.
There we go. Another outstanding operation. And there we go, chat. We finished. We finished our tour of duty. Unfortunately, we did lose Jotun on this tour of duty. It's a goddamn tragedy. A goddamn tragedy. But we got a couple of options. Either we can continue, or we can retire. We get 5 battle honors if we retire now, because we did it on Iron Man. Normally you only get 1 or 2, but when you're on Iron Man you get more stuff. So we can continue fighting, and we're going to carry all the injury status and everything else over to the next week. But we could continue fighting to get potentially more rewards. But here's the thing. We don't get the battle honors if we continue. We have to finish the next week before we get the honors. With the amount of games you play that gets chat killed. Yeah, I mean, we do. Trust me, I'm working on it. I'm working on more emotes, guys, I promise. That's coming with the 2.0 update. Tell you what, I'll let you guys decide. We can either continue, or we can retire. So there you go. Poll is up. Refresh your stream if you don't see it. Basically, if we retire, we get the battle honors. It'll let us buy some of the fun guns. If we continue, then we fight for 7 more days, but we get more battle honors if we succeed. So it's up to you guys to decide whether you want to do another week in hell, or if you want to retire and get the battle honors, and then we can spend some of those fancy battle honors on new guns. A bomb in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. It is, indeed. Because when you have the bomb in your hand, they know you're fucking crazy. If you just put the bomb in a bush, that just makes you a regular garden variety terrorist. You can get those down at the getting place. But a crazy motherfucker with a bomb in their hand definitely has more impact. And I don't mean that, I guess, it's not intended as a pun. Does the difficulty ramp up? It depends on the campaign that you do. So the one that I was doing now, I was doing basically the easy version. And we were also doing it on a small map. Now, the Reckonator, you will see, and for those of you that are not super familiar with the game, you'll see as we get into it. Small maps are easy because the number of angles that you have to watch is a lot lower. When we get into some of the bigger maps, you're going to see why angles become such a big deal, because when you're trying to move across a compound and you've got 4 or 5 buildings that are all fronted with windows and you don't know who's in that building and you've only got 4 guys and now you have to try to watch every single window and every single angle, it gets a little crazy. So, like, this was easy mode. This was to introduce you guys to the mechanics and how the game plays. The game gets significantly more complex than this as the maps get bigger, as the squad sizes get bigger. There are some missions, especially on the big maps, where you can be facing 60, 70, 80 dudes. Like, it gets pretty crazy. Yeah, Authentic Intent, we can get fancy guns right now, but we'll get more battle honors as we complete more campaigns. So let's go ahead and retire. The vote says retire by a pretty significant margin. Now, to be fair, You guys are rigging the vote with your channel points. I gave you the ability to do that if you want. But the vote is to retire.
Tour completed.
So there we go. We get a fancy medal for completing this on Iron Man. We get 38 stars, which will unlock a whole bunch of fun stuff. And we get 5 battle honors, so you guys can get some of the fancier weapons. And let's see, we did 7 days. We lost 1 unit. We killed 63. We saved 3, or I'm sorry, we lost 3 hostages. But we had 0 civilian casualties. I guess that's a plus. No war crimes today, or this week. And there we go. So, let us get back to the squad screen. Reinforcements have arrived. Unfortunately, it's not actually Erst. I just have his portrait already in the mod pack. He is not the next one on the list. So it's not going to be Erst. It is, in fact, going to be Grumpy Old Gamer. Was the next name on our list. And because he has not given me any input in the board, he's just going to be a faceless moot. Although I could probably find an old man photo and put that in at some point. Missed to change the 50% vote. I mean, no, damn it. So I'm trying to keep you guys with your chat names because I want to be able to tell who it is. Because if I'm like, oh, this is Dangerous Dave. Wait, who's Dangerous Dave again? So, like, I want to keep the chat name so that I actually know who you guys are. Retire every time, one offer a choice. Authentic Intent, the reason that they offer you a choice is because the more consecutive weeks that you do, the greater the rewards. So, like, for example, we got 5 battle honors this first week. If we did the second week, we would get more battle honors. Not just 5 more, but potentially like 7 more, and then the next week, like 9 more. So, like, the not only do you get more rewards, but the amount of rewards that you get per week also increases the longer that you keep the campaign going. If people die before I do, you get my second entry on the list. There will be 2 times Arrakis. No, we're not putting anybody in double. So for those of you that have double redeemed, I do have that kept track of. And you will be priority for whenever we do the next game. But I'm not going to double up anybody unless, I mean, if I play so poorly that we get all the way to the end of the list and loop back around, then okay, maybe we'll put you back in a second time. Yeah, that's the other thing, to King Bob's point. As you progress into further weeks, the difficulty increases. The number of enemies on each map will increase up to a maximum limit, of course, and the skill of those enemies will also increase over time. So it does start to make it more difficult the longer that you play in any given tour of duty. But anyway, that's Grumpy Old Gamer now in the squad. Now filling in for the Fallen. Once again, F's in the chat for Jotun, who gave his life during that tour of duty. But anyway, we've got some fancy new guns that we can buy with the battle honors, because I got a feeling you guys are going to want to buy guns before anything. We could give you guys battle honors, but I got a feeling you guys are going to want to buy guns. So now Brewster has made it up to tier 1 sub at rank 4. So I think because of Brewster's exceptional performance, we're going to go ahead and give them the CZ that they wanted. Unless, I'll tell you what, Brewster, do you want something besides the CZ? Because it's available. I'll give you the option. CZ is fine. I mean, if you want something else, we have the Mauser, we have the Deagle, we have the Anaconda. I put up a poll about it. Oh, okay, we can do that too. Outstanding. Yes, that will work. Sorry, Urs. I forget sometimes that you are a mod because that's a relatively new development. So, Yeah, I forget sometimes. But yes, Erst can also do polls. I didn't write that description, Oreganator. Well, okay, I didn't write the whole description. I just wrote the part at the end about the little girl, because that's a gunslinger girl reference. Let's see. I mean, the M60 is definitely out in front. The M60 is definitely out in front. Is that a broom handle? It is indeed. That is, in fact, the C96. You can get Scorpion as a sidearm? Correct. You can. So the sidearm Scorpion has a lower magazine capacity and doesn't have the stock. So it works as a sidearm, whereas the Scorpion that you get as the primary has the extended stock and has a drum magazine. Good lord, Ernst, how long did you make this poll? I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it in favor of the M60 on the first one. I didn't realize that he was gonna make the poll 5 minutes long. So we'll go ahead, we'll unlock the M60. I'm not gonna give that to Brewster, because that's not what they asked for. But, I will go ahead and buy that. Let's see. Capsty says, bitch me. We can do that. We could do that. He did ask specifically for his fancy bitch. So there we go. And we do actually have some scopes for it as well. Wait, we've got some optics for it. I mean, again, we've also got some stars, so let's see. I'm gonna buy up some of the sidearm options with our stars here. Just so that we've got more options. Let me see. Oh, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and buy the shorty. So that way, if you guys want to play with the shorty, you absolutely can. The PSO does not go on that. Wait. Does it have the ability? Oh, no shit. You can actually put the PSO on it. Why? You're right. That doesn't make any sense. That might be some crossed wires. That might be some crossed wires in the mod. That might be my fault. Oh yeah, I did also... I did include the Tokarev. For those of you that want to go for like that vintage 7.62 pistol. I don't think anybody wants to use the Tokarev, but I did include it just in case. Scopes for a hip-fired L1A1. I mean, you could put a reflex on it. You could put a reflex on it if you wanted. Let's see. Who else? Who else had outstanding performances? You know what? I think Arrakis had a good performance last time around. So Arrakis, I'll take a request from you. What do you got? Can we donate to make someone use it who doesn't want to? No, Arpia, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'll tell you what. We gotta do this. We gotta do this for Crappy. We gotta do this for Crappy. We're gonna spend some stars to give him the SVD. And I'm even gonna upgrade, well, yeah, nah. Well, we'll keep him with the 4X. We'll keep him with the 4X. Crappy finally got his sniper rifle. Arrakis wants the pig. Okay. Pig it is. There you go. Do you want a night vision optic on your M60? you're not getting a night vision optic on your M60. Alright, so we still got 3 battle honors, chat. What do we want to unlock? Here are our options. We can unlock the Spaz 12. We've got the M14, the AUG A1. We've got the M1 Garand if you really, really want it. We've got the SMLE, the Lee Enfield, we got the SA-80, the G36, and those are your primaries. Let's see. On the pistols, we've got the Anaconda, the Deagle, the Broom Handle, and the CZ. Oh, we got a lot of people. We got a lot of answers. Let's see. Need to just decide what you give me. Take it up with God. I mean, you're not wrong. Do we have any? Okay, so we do have. I had to make sure that we had some NVGs just in case we get stuck on a night mission. Let's see. While we're here, let's see. I'm gonna buy the big helmet. I'm gonna buy the big helmet. I'm not gonna make anybody wear it just yet, but I'm gonna buy the big helmet. And you get gold plating for the deal? Important question. I'll tell you, you can after your service is over. Let's see. We'll do Deagle, because I see some people asking for the Deagle. And, let's see. Wasteland wants a Spaz 12. You already got to have a thing. I see a couple votes for a G36. We'll put that in. I'm good with that. Here's your G36 description. This is the A2 model. So this is the improved version, not the immediate, not the very first version. No ballistic shields, nah, Brewster. The reason I didn't implement shields is because they actually take a lot of work to add. Because you basically, so what you have to do in the files when you mod the game is you have to not only have the shield, but then you have to create a separate version of that shield for every single weapon that you want to be compatible with it. So, like, if I want you to be able to use a pistol, I have to make a version of the shield for each individual pistol. And then you have to do the same thing if you want them to be able to use shotguns, if you want them to be able to use rifles. The reason that they're not very well implemented in the game is because it does require a lot of additional code to make it work. But let's grab the G36. We'll put the pig back on Arrakis. I'm gonna give him the Makarov for now. And then I think we're good. Oh no, we got one more battle honor. Who else had a good performance? I'm trying to think of who had a standout performance. You know what? We'll just save it. How about that, chat? So let's get back into the campaigns. And let's do an actual full tour of duty, not just... We'll do... There we go. We'll do a full tour of duty with all possible maps. And of course, we're doing Iron Man. It is, in fact, Battlefield music. I've been playing a combination of Battlefield 2 and Command & Conquer General's music over the stream today. Each time you find a bug, a developer cries. Alright, squad promoted to level 7. We've got 2 doctrine points available. Actually, we've got 4. Let's see. I think some short-range burst will be good. If we're gonna have people using LMGs, it might be a good idea to start putting points into LMGs and snipers so that we're getting more use out of those. Once again, they're starting us off with, that... Chat, listen. I don't like that name. I don't like Warm Devil. I don't like it. But this is the night mission. We need to secure and extract an HVT alive. We can also eliminate all terrorists. Opposition strength. Chat, this is what I was talking about. 43 to 59 organized insurgents. Understand just how much things have jumped up. Now, this is also an 8-man mission. So they're giving us significantly more people that we can take in. So, again, this is the escalation. This is what happens when you move from an operation where it's all small apartments to now we've got an entire compound with multiple buildings. We could potentially have 16 men. I don't know how many deployment spots there are, so we're about to find out. We might be able to run the full 16. And actually, if we have some people with high mobility, we could put them over here. So let's see. What do I want? Let's go in with some suppressed weaponry. I'm gonna stick with the light armor to keep that mobility. But we are definitely gonna need some NVGs. I don't know which is better, to be honest. I'm gonna assume that a 2-optic is gonna be better for, like, your field of view. Let me see. So that's good. Unfortunately, it's gonna limit my options on what else we can oh, that's right. I forgot, chat. The Booba streamer has some extra support options that the rest of you don't get access to. So we have an artillery strike. The D-30 might be archaic by modern artillery standards, but the 122mm shells it sends downrange are still deadly when they hit. The cult leader can use their radio to call in a 6-shell barrage from nearby fire support. And of course, a Hind D. Where the cult sourced the Hind D is a mystery, as is where they managed to find someone to fly it. Regardless, the leader can signal to this gunship to strike an area with rockets and guns. So, we do have some other options. However, I'm gonna have to keep that to a minimum because I'm gonna need to maintain mobility on the Booba streamer. With that being said, we could take some door charges without compromising our mobility. And remember, we're here for an HVT. We're here for an HVT, so we can't just go in blowing everything up because the HVT might try to escape.
Confirmed.
Let me see. Is there an escape zone? Doesn't look like it. Alright, so we're gonna have to play a little slower this time around. Let me get everybody off the board. And just for funsies, I'm gonna start at the bottom of the list and work my way up. Okay, so here's the escape zone. They're kind of hard to see. So I'll try to show you a little bit here, but you can kind of see in red. I don't know if the compression's gonna let you see it, but there's a little red running man symbol. And this is where the HVT is gonna try to escape to once they've been spooked. They're kind of hard to see with the night vision filter on, and I can't turn it off until we actually start the deployment. But it looks like there's another one down here. So we need to cover this area, and we need to cover this area to make sure that the HVT doesn't escape. However, just looking at the map, as far as intel is concerned, obviously we've got 3 different buildings, but we've got a dugout here with a heavy machine gun. That's the only one I'm seeing. But that doesn't mean that they don't have more heavy firepower elsewhere. So, from this angle, they're going to be watching us with a Dishka. This is Iron Man. Any and everyone can perma-die. Correct. Correct. But let's go ahead and get our people in here.
Use the boss. Use the boss.
I'm gonna put a couple people up here just to help cover the HVT's exit so that they can't escape from that direction. Let me see. I don't really want to go through the front if we don't have to.
Use the boss. Here we go.
But I think we'll try to
Use the boss. Here we go.
punch a hole in the wall down here.
Here we go. Use the boss.
That's already more than what the mission's gonna give us, so let me see. I think I'm gonna grab CVEX here and see what options we've got to send in another suppressed weapon. Because you guys are kind of limited on what weapons you have that can use a suppressor. And that was done intentionally, because suppressors are kind of busted. Did I get a deagle? Did you get a deagle? Let me see. Where are you in here? I'm still trying to remember the portraits. Where are you in here? There you are. Now you have a deagle. It'd be funny if you could mine the HVT's escape points. Yeah, but we need him alive. We can't just blow him up. We need him alive. Anyway, let me see. I think... You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm gonna let the Booba streamer handle it on her own. And we'll just go with our 10 guys. So, next thing up, we gotta get you guys some NVGs. Gotta get you guys some NVGs, and... You know what we could do? We could go in with suppressed AKSs. Go in with the AKU. As a matter of fact, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let's do this. Travis, you're gonna come over here with me.
We'll go.
And let's see, who else did I have up here? We got Brewster up here as well, so I'm gonna put Brewster down here.
Can't do it.
Don't you fuck.
Not possible.
Oh, because your mobility. Your mobility. My bad. My bad. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. And then we'll slap the suppressor on there. We'll make sure to give you all the fancy stuff that you need. And then we'll go ahead and drop you there. So there we go. We're sending in a 3-man on this side. But we're going to have to frag out this machine gun before we move in. We got these guys down here. I'll go ahead and put some breaching charges on Grumpy Old Gamer, so that way he's got what he needs. Let's definitely make sure that we get the NVGs on everybody. Sorry, it's going to take a second. I'm trying not to overwrite settings is my problem. So let me copy here, and I'm going to do this, do this, do this. We're gonna do it this way. Alright, there we go. Give me your deagle. I'm gonna say, we can make it a full auto if we had 5 more stars. If we had 5 more stars. Alright, let's get you up here.
Boss.
And then I think we're good, right? Right? Everybody got what they need? Does everybody have what they need? Alright. Let's make sure that we bring in enough explosives for the job. Alright, we got that. I'm gonna have some smoke, just in case we need it. I hope that we don't, but having some smoke grenades on us is not gonna be a bad thing. Might not be a bad idea to bring in a grenade launcher as well. I'll tell you what, here's what we're gonna do. Congratulations, Postal, you're getting an upgrade. So now we got a GL on the squad. I'll go ahead and we'll break you guys up into 2 squads here. So we'll give you guys some GLs. We'll give you some explosives. We're gonna try to do this like real tactical boneheads. Give you some door charges and give you some wall charges. There we go. Have you upgraded the optics on the rifles? I have not. I should probably do that. I hate the copy-paste mechanic, though, because it copies and pastes everything. And so it makes it really hard to, like, have bespoke loadouts unless, like, in a situation like this, I then have to go in and I have to change every single person's loadout to add a thing. So that's a little bit annoying, but I also don't really know of a better way to do that. It reverted. Oh, it did. It did. Well, to be honest, I don't know that a shotgun's gonna be super useful on here, but we can put you in there with it anyway. Alright. Actually, I tell you what, this might be a good opportunity for the slugs. Give you a little more range. Alright, chat. Are we good? Am I forgetting anything? I think we're good. We got a 2-prong attack going here. We're going to be coming in... Well, it's going to be 3-prong, because we're moving in from the left. We're also going to be moving in from this main entrance, and we're going to be moving in from the south, because I'm planning on going through the wall. Essentially, what I want to do is I'm going to have this team go through the wall, and then take this southern path to cut off the exit here, so that the HVT can't evac. RPG on the east to kill the MG. We can just frag out the MG. Thankfully, they don't have video game throwing arms. Our soldiers are actually able to get the frags where they need them to be, most of the time. Me kept the HVT with a slug. I wish. Unfortunately, if we hit him, he's probably gonna die. Alright, everybody's got NVGs, right? You got NVGs, you got them, you got them. Alright, outstanding. May I take a deagle now? Let's see. Where are you at, BLM? You're in here somewhere. There you are. We can make that happen. There you go. Have a deagle. Everybody gets a deagle. Are there non-lethal options? Other than flashbangs? No. Where it pertains to firearms? No, there are no non-lethal or less lethal options.
Let's get back into it!
Alright, chat, this is it. This is it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take you guys off of silent. So this is maybe a good opportunity to explain some of these other things. This symbol is the toggle between go silent. Basically, if I put people on go silent when they have suppressors, they will not take the shot unless I hit a button to tell them to take a shot. It allows you to, like, set up consecutive kills and things like that. I typically don't use it when we have another squad that's going loud because they're going to be giving us away anyway. There's this other symbol that you see here, which is like this little blue light, not light symbol. That just means that right now, we're in the dark and we're not visible, unless the enemy is very, very close. So you can see some of these guys that are standing over here in the street light, they don't have that symbol. Now we can take out the power, but we cannot shoot out individual lights. Let me see. I'm looking for the power box. It doesn't look like any of these. So sometimes a building will have like a power box on the outside that you can hit or destroy. Yeah, like right here. If we destroy this fuse box, it'll cut off power to this entire building. So let's get our initial plan set up. I hope... Can we... Alright, that's what I wanted to do. Basically, I'm trying to figure out if there's a way for us to get through here. So this looks like hardcover, which is good. That'll help us. So let's go ahead and cancel that. And where's my mans? There we go. There's my mans with the wall charge. Let's get stacked up here. I'm gonna have... Postal hold that angle in case they come out the back door on us. I don't want us in crossfire though, so let's do this. And then let's get these boys moving up here. And we'll have some cross coverage as well. I think... Let me see. So we've already got these guys facing that direction. I'll go ahead and pull them off the wall so that we're not... doubled up and pointing our guns at each other's backs.
Getting the bombs ready.
Okay, I think we're all set up. And pretty much what I'm doing is I've got one guy from each team that's watching this door until we can actually get inside and clear this lane. Because if there's anybody here, they might kick out this door, and then they're gonna have our backs. So I'm trying to cover our rear to make sure that we don't get snuck up on. So this is the moment. Oh no. Oh no! I was just talking about how we don't have noodle arms. And we have noodle arms. That's not good. I'm just gonna hope that I survive. Alright, we're gonna try to do this simultaneously. No, there we go. I need you facing that direction a little bit sooner. Alright, we're gonna have to, I'm gonna have to multitask here. Should have put one of the grenade launcher AKs on that side with the MG. Yeah, but the problem is mobility. So, basically what was going on over here is your soldiers have to have a certain level of mobility. This is like a high mobility infiltration point. And with the grenade launcher, you wouldn't be able to have the mobility to get over here on this deploy. So I get what you're saying, it's just the grenade launcher doesn't really make that feasible. Alright, here we go. Okay, I hear fire, but I don't know where it's coming from. It might be suppressive fire, it might not be. I'm not 100% sure. So the first thing we need to do is we need to move up here. Let's get this. I'm gonna get this. We're gonna hold this angle with some cover. Now that we've made entry, I'm gonna move my guys up here. We're gonna come around the corner. So that way we can try to hold all these angles. We got a lot of open windows, but they're not gonna be able to see us. Thankfully, the NVGs are gonna be working to our benefit. So let's go ahead and we'll move up. Okay, there we go. We got our cross coverage. Okay, outstanding. Let's go ahead and move you up so you can cover that. And we've basically got this angle held down, which is good. The enemies will not go through a window. Why does the gun say 31 of 30? Because these guys are operator McOperator face, and they always put a round in the chamber before they go into combat, even though that's not SOP, and whoever's in charge of their squad would probably be raking their ass over the coals. Oh, don't worry, Sarge. I got the safety on. I don't give a fuck. We don't ride with one in the chamber. That's not how that works. Yes, I know. Soldiers do it anyway. I'm just saying. It's not... They actively discourage you from doing that, but because these guys are operator tier operators, they do whatever they want, basically. Alright, let's go ahead. We'll pull up here. I'm gonna move you up here, and we're gonna take out this box. In the meantime, I'll move my mans up here, and now that we know that this is clear, I can go ahead and fold up the fourth element to these teams. In the meantime, you're already holding this angle. Good. So now let's move down here. Okay, we're getting some guys through the window. That's good. Are we not? I guess we're not close enough. Get a little closer to the box, and then go ahead and cut the wire. And I'm basically just using these guys to hold this courtyard for right now. There we go. We just killed the lights. Now we have the NVGs. We have the NVGs, so we have the darkness on our side. The darkness. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that, chat. Background noise. Had to mute for a second. Anyway, who's got my wall charges? Because we're basically going to be going in right here. So you move up. I want you over here as well. We're going to hold this angle. I'm going to continue to hold this backside until we move up, but I'm going to get... actually, I don't think we can go in here. I think we got to go around the backside. Because you notice we got the sandbags and this table here. That's probably going to prevent us from actually going into the building. So I'm going to go in here instead. I'm just going to hope that the HVT is not in this room when I blow it up. Oh, that man's just caught it from 2 different directions. Basically, somebody came out this door. Alright, go ahead and put the wall charge up. We'll move up here. We'll get our team around the back. Because I got a feeling the HVT, because this is the biggest building, I got a feeling the HVT is going to be in here. So that's pretty much what I'm banking on. In the meantime, let's move up and hold these angles. We're going to take the long way around so we don't get spotted next to the campfire. Ah, shit. Can't go that way, so we got to go this way. And then our stealth squad. You continue to hold that angle. I think we'll move here to the windows, to the wall. Yes, I said that intentionally.
Ready.
Let me see. This might be a mistake, but I'm going to do it anyway.
EKIA.
There we go. Oh, look at that. Is that our HVT? No, that's an insurgent. Okay. So then we're immediately going to breach the room. Want to make sure we got all of our people here. So you're going to go all the way across. You're going to go right here. And then we will... I don't imagine there's a whole lot of people left. Okay, never mind. I spoke too soon. There's actually quite a few people left. And surprise, surprise, YouTube is going to be irritating today about this fucking playlist, and it's really going to piss me off. Okay, so let's come around the front of the truck here. We're basically just clearing our way through. This truck should give us good coverage. We'll see if we can get a peek through that window. Okay, outstanding.
Lost a man.
Son of a bitch. Oh, shit, Travis was standing in the light. This is what I mean about your angles. This is what I mean about your angles. If you're not careful, you get got. Now, thankfully, Travis is not dead, but they're incapacitated. And that is a huge fucking problem for me. That is a huge fucking problem for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna split off.
Stop! Under attack!
Okay, that was not smart, but it worked. Let's get into this room. Because we need to know what's going on in here. Who is taking a shot? Where's my shotgun mans? Oh shit, Wasteland. Yeah, so Wasteland's about to take some hits. I'm gonna go ahead and pull him back before he takes those shots. I forgot he has a shotgun. But go ahead and reload.
Boss.
No, Carrion, where you at? Alright, you need to reload as well. So let's go ahead and get that angle. Glad that we're holding that angle.
Comms, do you read me?
Yeah, I read you. Hold your damn horses. I still don't see the HVT. Wherever the HVT is, like, I don't know where they're at. I'm gonna put a grenade in this room, just in case there's somebody in there.
Boys.
And I think we're good. We're definitely taking out some people over here. That's good. I mean, I think we're good on this side. I just need to hold this door. Because somebody might try to come out of it. And I don't have good coverage. But are you seeing what I'm talking about now, chat? About we've got all these different angles that we need to watch. And I've got multiple teams trying to breach multiple buildings at the same time. And this is where the game gets really difficult and really compelling. Is this, like, the trying to get all of this stuff sorted out and not forget which angles you're watching. So I'm gonna swap these guys out because Wasteland is using a shotgun, so I want him on the close range detail. Because essentially we're just gonna be breaching this wall here. Or breaching this room. So I'm gonna check this room, make sure that we're good. Looks good, outstanding. So now we move through.
I see you.
Outstanding, outstanding. We're doing okay, we're doing okay. We're definitely not doing as good as I'd like, but we're doing okay. I'm gonna go ahead and move you over here. We'll take these windows. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm just gonna have you, like, peek that window. Okay, there's still a few more in here. So let's get our boys. It ain't turn-based, no, it's real-time pause, 100%. Take what is this our HVT? Okay, I was trying to figure out if this was our HVT because they weren't shooting at him, and I'm like, what are you doing right now? Do either of you have wall charges? You got door charges, you got wall charges. Outstanding. Guess what fucking time it is. I want a wall charge right here. I want you watching that angle when he does it. Okay, let's do this, and let's do this.
I see you.
Take the shot, motherfucker. My man's got hit. Move, 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 move. Everybody move. I don't want to panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. He's not dead. Don't panic. Postal. You're running low on ammo, so we need to get you some support. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I want you watching this door, but I want you to get around the corner. Okay, now, get yourself reloaded.
Boss.
Because we've got our guys outside the window, so they can cover him in case they try to push. In the meantime, what we're gonna do is come around this corner. We're gonna peek this cell and see what we got going over here. I'm also gonna move this corner as well and see if we can get anybody else in this little prison complex. Watch the wall charge, getting the HVT. I mean, knowing my luck, yeah, probably. Okay, here we go. Boom. There's our HVT right there. Beautiful. And this is why I set up that long line of fire, because we've still got the advantage of darkness. They don't actually know my guys are here. They can't see them. Okay, so now that my man's is recharged, let's get him around this corner.
Come here.
And just because we know where the HVT is, we can frag with fucking impunity.
Frag out.
I ain't gotta worry about killing an HVT now. Well, I mean, technically I do, because we could still accidentally kill him. But it's much less likely now. Alright, so what I'm gonna do... I'm trying to think because we don't... I'll tell you what, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna punch some fucking windows, chat. Because we need to give Postal Trout some backup. We need to give Trout some backup. There you go, we're punching windows. Low on ammo, you're right, you're right. Now's a good opportunity to recharge. Okay, I'm pretty sure our guys are good here. So what I'm going to start doing is moving them in this direction so that we can cover this door. And I don't see a power box on the outside for this building that we can take out. It's right here, so that's unfortunate. Okay, so now that my mans has got some backup, we're going to go in here. We're going to clear this out. Watch those windows. Yeah. So here's the thing about the windows. Again, to kind of explain some of the visual shorthand. Whenever you see the blue line, that means it's a window. They can see through it. Whenever you have the blue line with the little wavy line, this is a window blocker. It could be a lot of different things. Sometimes it's boards. Sometimes it's curtains. Sometimes it's just newspaper or something. But it blocks sight through the window. The reason that they let you know that is because the enemy may still blind fire through that window, and you can do the same thing. And the other thing that you can do, as I'm about to show you, is first I want to move up my people here. Let's get everybody up. Oh, I can't go that way. All right, fine. We'll go this way. So you go ahead and run. You're also going to run. I want my guys getting in here to clear these rooms. Okay, we still see the HVT. That's good. So then let's get up to the door. We're just going to flash down the hallway.
Throw the other part.
And then we're going to breach. And I'm pretty sure we're clear in here, but I just want to make sure. And this is why it matters. Because, oh no, they put boards up. I was going to say, sometimes, depending on what this material is... How many doors kicked in did I miss? At least 3. Yeah, there's at least 5. But depending on the material, sometimes you can throw grenades through these windows. What I can do instead... Oh, it's not even going to let me GL through the window? That's butt cheeks. Alright, well, I can fix that problem. I can fix it a little something like this.
Hold on to the pin. Throw the other part.
Look out!
Now I can see through the windows. Hey, buddy, turn and shoot, please. I don't know why they don't do that sometimes. Alright, so now that we're here, we're getting ready to go in.
Affirmative.
Kick that door.
Yeah.
We're gonna flash the room.
Bang out.
Take cover!
X-ray down.
And there we go. That immediately got their attention.
Clear.
And Sierra rolling into the chat on a Sunday with 10 gifted subs. Thank you, Sierra, for the massive generosity and the massive chicken. And welcome in to some door kickers, too, where we are kicking some doors, punching some windows, and taking out the insurgent menace. And you are correct. You hear some Generals music. I've been playing a combination of Generals and Battlefield 2. I think it's fitting because both games came out around the period that this game is supposedly aping. So, but good to see you, Sierra. Hopefully the weekend's been treating you well so far. Destroying hinges. Yeah, the hinges are going with it. The hinges are going with it. Alright, let's get my mans in here.
Clear.
Oh, that's unfortunate for you. Alright, Wasteland took some hits. That's what I was talking about before with the shotgun.
Use the boss.
But that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to continue to keep BLM where he's at. But I'm going to bring Carl up here and we're going to try to breach this room. We're going to hold the angles. We're going to hold the angles. Everything's good where we're at right now. We know where the HVT is, and I want to keep it that way. So let me just real quick see if there's anybody in this corner. No? Okay. So get in there, breach the room. And then you get in here to take care of the HVT. Okay.
Here we go.
Let's get them all locked up. But of course, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. We have to eliminate all enemies. 2 of our people got encapped on this one. 2 of our people got encapped on this one. I'm not gonna settle for that. So here's what we're gonna do.
Hold on to the pin. Throw the other part.
We're gonna smoke out. And then we're gonna go in. Let me see. Give me a flash of this room. Whoops. Hold on. Cancel. Cancel. Give me a flash in this room just to see if anybody's in there. And then I want you moving up. I want you to peek this, and then peek that.
Bang out.
Take cover.
Okay, there is somebody in there. Alright, I don't have any more lethal grenades. But that's okay, because Brewster does. Aw.
Throwing frag.
So wait a minute. Is it the garage? Five fundamentals. Get through the door, clear the corner, run your wall, sweep your sector, then communicate. Yeah, pretty much, pretty much. Also, I can turn off the night vision filter. I just realized that. I'm trying to think of where another enemy would be, unless he's all the way back here in this corner. Let's get you out of here. Get the HBT out of... Oh? Where the fuck did this donkey come from? God damn it. Where the fuck did he come from? He had to have... He was in the shitter. He was in the fucking shitter. Oh, this son of a bitch. This son of a bitch. Get fucking shot in the back, you piece of shit. Man. This is why I was telling you, chat. This is what I was telling you. They do it just like insurgents. Once they hear the bullets start flying, some of these motherfuckers will just crawl in a hole and wait. They will just sit there and fucking wait until you think it's clear, you're not paying attention. Ask anybody that actually fought in the global war on terror. Ask anybody that had to deal with this shit day in and day out. You will have a motherfucker camped in that shitter for 30 minutes, just waiting for the moment that he thinks you're not looking, and he's gonna come out and shoot all your guys in the back. So, yeah, that always, just like in real life, always check the shitter. Because if you don't, it will literally come back to bite you. Nobody died, though. Nobody died. But that was very sloppy. That was very, very sloppy.